Salutations, boys and girls and kiddos of all ages. Well, as you can see, we're moving on to part 3 of our INHUMANS video review, or whatever you want to call it. And by the way, to anyone that does not know, or if you're new here, yeah, you could see the first 2 videos. There's a link in the description below. So just click on one of the links and go watch the videos leading up to now. But as you can see, we have 2 more packages, which means there are 4 more figures in here because they're technically 2 packs. Well, one is a legit 2-pack. The other one is I guess I'll explain later. And since it's explanation time, behind the camera, I go into giant mode. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay, so I guess we'll start off with the INHUMANS 2-pack that came out I think 2 years ago. So in 2024 from now, 2 years ago from now, which was 2024, if I'm not mistaken. And all right, let's just, as I give my kind of sort of rant in this video, I was trying my best to hold out on getting this 2-pack. I guess move it up a little closer for people that like to read packages. So I hope that's helping you. And things of that nature. But yeah, was trying my best to wait on getting this and hoping that the price would go down, because I don't know if you guys been watching other videos about it or review channels about this 2-pack or anything, or even when it was even introduced to us. I'm very disappointed in how they gave us Lockjaw. So Crystal and Lockjaw. I guess I'll rant as a showcase. So magical poof. All right, and move this over here because that belongs to Lockjaw. And yeah, Crystal stands right out of the package. Good for you, Crystal. Okay. But you know what? Just so since she has the least amount, we're gonna talk about her first. All right. So we'll put him to the side. Well, all right. Don't let me down now. Okay. What happened to the standing? There. What? Okay. She comes with an alternate head that just basically swoops to the side. I'm pretty sure just so she can have better neck movement. 2 alternate hands, which are basic fist. I'm trying to cause this. I wonder would this work better if I had a white background. Yeah, so I don't know, but yeah. Anyway, that's it's not like hopefully you haven't seen that before. And her effect pieces, which are basically kind of new effect pieces, but with her, and I guess I'll try to figure out how this stuff clips onto her later. But anywho, and she is, nothing spectacular. This is one of part of my gripes, because I think this is the first time we got a Crystal in action figure form. And when I say that, I'm talking about in a 1/12 scale. I keep forgetting about the 1/18 or 3 3/4 scale line action figure Marvel did, whoever did it for Marvel Comics. So yeah, so I was, but regardless of the fact, this is nothing new here. And before I try to pose her, cause she is stiff, and she is a 2-year-old action figure. Heat up your action figures before you pose them, kiddos, because I'm pretty sure that will eliminate the amount of damage you will do. All right, from my understanding, you clip on the effect pieces like this. She is basically a blank bulk body, if you want. And but even though, yeah, from my understanding, that's how the effect piece works for. You just clip it on in that manner. I mean, I don't see any other way to do it, but I guess I haven't played with her long enough to make that assumption. So another switched on hand. And yeah, like I said, I was like, I don't see any other way to really put these effect pieces on. I'm gonna try this backwards instead of why? I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna put it on properly, like I should. All right. And then, like, yeah, maybe later. Okay. Yeah, so that's it. I mean, diaphragm 3, her head does swivel. I'm kind of scared to take, head swap because she's so cold, but okay, guys, here goes nothing. That wasn't as bad as I should have quit being such a big chicken. Okay. Yeah, so as you can see, the peg system she's on, that's why she probably needed the hair swoop, I mean, to help her go back, but it doesn't really go back that far, So even if we did do that, I mean, it only does it that way. Like, you don't really get some good range that way, so that helps nothing. Anyway, and her, like I say, body bulk is nothing spectacular. So we're gonna, yeah, it's, I guess, when we throw in a quick cold pose. Okay, let me do something because I'm like, she can't be that bad. I mean, oh my goodness, this is, yeah. I'm just trying to do that, and I mean, so hey, I mean, let's get on a rotate and talk about it real quick. All right, so okay, it's not often that I get to display the monitor and the figure almost perfectly together in one shot, but all right, here we go. And this is basically the layout of Miss Crystal Amaquillian. I'm not going to try that again, but and yeah, these are basically the attributes. Well, not attributes, her layout, physical characteristics of her. So, okay. With that being said, what else do we need to know about Crystal? That is created by Jack Kirby and Stan Lee, first appearing in Fantastic Four number 45 in 1965. And the second born of the Inhumans Antillians nutritionist, Quaylen, her father, and Amber, her mother. Crystal and her sister, who is Medusa, spoiler alert, if you didn't already know, were basically exposed to the Terrigen mist, which is the gas or mist or fog or whatever you want to call it, that basically turned regular I'm just going to start calling them what Atilians, but they only certain ones with blood, because I think they was also considered humans. But regardless of the fact, they were it was a mist created by a race of aliens called the Kree to turn regular, I'm going to say humans, but they're really from a planet called Atelian or Atlan or whatever. That was to turn regular humans into superhumans, the ones that was exposed to the mist, so they can use them as pawns in their fight against their enemies, the Skrulls. And because of that, being exposed to that mysterious mist, Crystal and others like her with a certain type of bloodline, and gain basically special abilities. And I'm going to see if I can find a better picture. Well, kind of sort of better, but yeah. So yeah, and she gained special abilities, and those abilities are, okay, Crystal has the ability to control all the elements, natural elements like fire, water, earth, and air. So yeah, go ahead and insert your avatar jokes here now. And yeah, I changed it just to see if the camera or the lighting would act better. I switched the monitor around, but it was a reason why I don't do it this way from the get-go. Now I can't remember why, but anywho. And although I think this power grid of Crystal does a horrible job of really explaining how the other enhancements that she gets when they got exposed to the Terrigen mist, she basically did well. Besides intelligence, I mean, I guess that didn't really affect her mental capacity, but it did affect her strength, speed, durability, and all the other natural things that a human being has. So she's basically a peak human, and she got an upgrade in that regards. But like I said before, this is sometimes one of the reasons why I kind of hate showing the power grid. But anyway, but I guess the only, caveat to Crystal's powers is that she can only do these things for like about, an hour before she starts to, physically drain herself. Also, Crystal is, or once was, the wife of the mutant Quicksilver, which is Pietro Maximoff. And yeah, I don't know if they're still together or not. I haven't read comics in a minute, but they did give a birth to a little girl named Luna, who's also an Inhuman, because she was exposed to the Terrigen mist. And I think Luna has she has a weird power, something where she can see people's aura, something like that, or manipulate their feelings. It's something of that degree. But oh wait, hold on. Crystal is married, was or still is, was married to Ronan the Accuser. Once again, I don't know if they're still together or not. Like I said, haven't been reading my comics lately, but yeah, I do kind of remember something like that happening. Maybe it was an alternate universe. I don't know. Maybe I'm having the Mandela effect going on here, but I do remember something like that happened. So if anybody knows, please correct me in the comments. But anyway, enough of Crystal. Whoop, whoop, whoop. All right, we're gonna talk Lockjaw now, and as he came, when he gets alternate legs, only front legs, though. So these, oh, okay. I probably should have heated those up while I was doing a crystal showcasing review. But yeah, and he gets two hind back legs. I mean, to make him look like he's sitting, and I'm going to. I mean, because this is where we pay the rent because this is what's the most disappointing part about this 2-pack. One, let's say his face is changeable, so he gets a closed mouth and an open doggy mouth, and I just wanted to show you guys that for nightmare fuel. But yeah, you can. It's a easy switcheroo, but that's neither here nor there. Let's take that out. Okay, put back in the action facial feature, because that's what I'm all about. I'm all about action. All right, and his little tuning fork at the top of his head comes with an alternate part of that, and that comes out, and you can put the one that doesn't showcase his power and inside, and I guess since there's it's a little key in it, it's a certain way it has to go in. But there you have it. Just a little bit, get them more in frame, and I guess just since we're here, well, I guess I'll just show you what these goofy hind legs look like, so it can look like he's having a little sit down. Okay, and there you have it. So I'm sorry. So yeah, I guess, geez, what am I doing here? Okay, I guess I can appreciate their attempt to do this, but come on, man, you could have made some articulation in the legs and in these legs. Just put more articulation. We can sit them ourselves, but once again, like I say, I guess I appreciate this. And I'm not going to complain that he's not sitting properly or anything right now, because I am trying to do this on camera. His head does rotate. I'm trying to see, does it go back and forth, up or down? Yeah, you get a little up and down in it, but that looks like about as far as it goes. And yeah, let's go ahead and oh man, I'm so disappointed. He's such a fun looking figure, but I'm so disappointed that they didn't give us more articulation with it. His tail does articulate. It has a bend to it, so it can go up and down, and it spins around. But yeah, I'm just so. I mean, really, this is just so. I mean, that's the that's the pose, guys. I mean, right now, here, I'm just gonna, cause I want the effect piece in. I'm gonna just throw that back in there. But I can't do it. Let's put his hind legs back on, back legs back on. But and there you get it. There you have it, guys. Let's put him on a rotating rotator real quick. Okay, look like the joke's on me because he's actually too big for the rotating rotator, even when he stands. And I kind of had to sit him down anyway. So I'm gonna see what he looks like with the hind legs back on, since he's gonna be in a sitting position. So one sec. It's not much different. As a matter of fact, it kind of looks worse because it doesn't look like his legs are properly, pinned down. Let me try this one more time. Okay, a little better, but not a whole lot better. Yeah, that, like I said, these back legs, and I don't know why I keep kind of calling them hind legs, but his back legs, I appreciate the attempt, but that's just goofy. So yeah, next time, Hasbro, just leave the posing to us. Yeah, and just put the articulations in the action figures, please, and leave the posing to us. Anyway, Lockjaw, created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby in 1964, Fantastic Four issue 45. Lockjaw, just like all the rest of the Inhumans, he was exposed to, or a product of being exposed to the Terrigen Mist, which is a mist that was created by a group of aliens called the Scree to create superhuman beings to help them fight their enemies, the Skrulls. Lockjaw's mother was brought to the land of Attilan and was experimented on by the Surgeon Supreme and was, I guess, genetically cloned and was impregnated by one of the clones, and which gave out a litter of 5 puppies, Lockjaw being one of them, and their whole purpose was to, I guess, to go around setting Terrigen bombs. And although Lockjaw is basically the loyal pet of the royal family, which are the Inhumans that we talk about, his special and, I guess, strongest bond is with the team leader, Black Bolt, and Black Bolt's sister-in-law, Crystal. Remember her? Anyway, like I said before, because he was a product of his mother being experimented on and being exposed to the Terrigen Mist, Lockjaw does have special abilities himself. And I guess just like anything that gets supercharged from its natural ability, Lockjaw, as a pet dog, is no exception to the rule, because he does have super strength, speed, durability, and strength. Well, did I say strength? Anyway, you see you see the. So yes, he's supercharged, but his main ability is Lockjaw basically can create he can transport people and things to anywhere that I'm not sure if it's limited. I'll double check. But yes, so basically the Inhumans basically use them as transportation in general. But yeah, I think Lockjaw can transport up to like 10 tons 10 tons or 12 tons of stuff like that, including like 12 other people with it. But I don't know exactly what accumulates to 12 tons or 10 tons. Is it a building or a car or whatever? But anyway, he can do that. Whoop. Also, Lockjaw has a very strong sense of smell, so he can sense anything at, like, in a long distance away. He can track senses. Lockjaw's claws can dig through solid concrete. His teeth and digestive system can chew through and digest even solid metal. Lockjaw also has telekinesis, and he can also create force shields, but that basically exhorts him extremely, so you don't see him. He doesn't do it much. He can sense when any of his closest friends or family members, well, the people that he loved the most, I guess the Inhumans or anyone close to them, he can sense when they're in danger or hurt. And although he's not immortal, because he's been exposed to the Terrigen Mist, Lockjaw has a longer than normal lifespan than, I guess, the average dog. So I think they clocked his age at around 50, 50 something. And I'm not sure if that's dog years or human years. But anyway, whoop, whoop, whoop. And that's it for video 3, showcasing Crystal and Lockjaw. So if you haven't already, there are links in the description below to click to see the earlier videos. And there will even be a link for you to click to see the next video, continuance video, which is video number 4. So with that being said, hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye for now. Isn't that right, buddy? Yes, right. You're a good Lockjaw. All right.